Between the different dimensions and planes of existence lies space known as void or voidum. This space, if often incorrectly called astral or phlogiston. Void is mostly neutral space of nothing which appears as gray empty space where things and people float. The space is hostile to living beings and actively tries to kill them unless they are native to void. These unfortunate mortals who get there mostly die of suffocation. If they are immune to suffocation or able to hold their breath for a long time, they suffer from hallucinations and psychological attacks. Should not even this prove to be fatal for them, they are mostly safe for extended periods of time, suffering only occasionally slight force damage from the space trying to tear them to pieces. While not a nice place, it can be used as a good hiding place for various drifters, fiends and gods which are undesirable in other places of existence. Even gods have trouble sensing and divining this place. It can be a secret laboratory of dark mages conducting occult rituals, hideout of devils which have broken their pact, last sanctuary of lichlorids, and also secure playground for gods. While it is possible to travel quickly between two places in void, the distance between these places is mathematically infinite. To travel usually means to change your place of existence and not your position. You are effectively changing what you are and not where you are, as there is nothing in the void, only you. This is also the reason why it is impossible to randomly find another person in the void. You must change your place of existence to that where the other person is, which implies necessary knowledge of other person's whereabouts. The gods living here are mostly undesirable existences, which would be hunted by other gods almost anywhere. Most of them are dark gods which desire rule over world and mortal kind, world destruction, or are completely mad in trying to simply cause carnage and feed on mortals' suffering. These gods are all often lumped together as dark powers or dark gods. They would often like to get actual worshippers and thus the power of belief, but their terrible nature and lack of understanding of mortal wants fortunately prevents it in most cases. They therefore much often rather pursue pleasure and very limited power from causing problems in material sphere, and accord to their domain. God of arsonists may lead people to set things, and people, and cities on fire. God of murder may influence people to kill each other. Goddess of incest, do not ask. And goddess of plagues may drive people to spread a plague, causing global pandemic. From the useful, addle-brained idiots which help them in their malefice, they may choose their champions or prophets to spread their cult. The more these champions are in accord with their patron and the more useful they prove to be, the more power are they given to wield, eventually becoming the dark god's avatar in the mortal realm. These avatars are usually designated as Dark Lords. These champions may find path back to light, should they reject their patron and break the pact. However, even if they survive, they always lose all power given by their patron. That, in itself, is often deadly. Dark gods are not each other's allies. On the contrary, they are enemies, rivals, and prey. Dark lords always end up killing each other. There is even a certain saying there can only be one Dark Lord. The carnage is actually used to generate souls distorted in a way which is in accord to Dark God's domain. God feeds on the souls or the parts of it, often marking them beforehand with suffering. Much more important than the victims' souls are the souls of the perpetrators, as the gods may feed slowly and continuously on their suffering, mostly letting them alive and strong as to continue the process. Victims' souls are devoured whole, never to be released until the god is defeated.